What's up, guys? Welcome back to the ABNC show. My name is Zain Hashmi, and I'm joined by my brother in arms, my co-host, the GOAT, Josh Sharp. Josh, how you doing, man?
Damn, what an introduction. Yo, what's going on, man?
It's a,
Did we record last week? Because I honestly don't remember.
we did not record last week. We have
Okay.
very busy schedules.
Yeah.
For
It's been a bit.
it's been
Like a week, I think, actually.
it's
Not
yeah.
not okay.
Occasionally we miss a week, but Ramadan's over. We finally get back to normal schedule. Record.
Surprisingly, we are human.
Surprise! Yeah, we're human. We missed a couple episodes, but who cares?
But
Uh,
it's all good. I've got ginger ale. My pants are on.
I got water that I could finally drink. Uh, you know,
Dude,
uh,
that had to be rough. Like just like it's like that. It's like a living equivalent of that SpongeBob gift. Where he's just like his
I don't
mouth's
need
all
it.
dry.
I don't need, like when we did that one episode in the daytime. I was like, I could not stand it because I was like fucking dry. And, like my mouth was so dry throughout the entire episode. I needed something
Yeah,
else.
start smacking your lips. You're like
I was like,
trying to get some
and I was reading off
saliva.
I was reading off the fucking show notes the entire time. So I was like, fuck, I can't do this during the day. It was
That is tragic.
it was it's over, and until next year it's over until next year, but
Gonna do it again.
all
Oh,
over again for 30 days, but it wasn't bad. I'm used to it at this point. It's just like that,
mm.
just like doing the show, which is like what, like an hour 20 minutes, nonstop talking. Your mouth gets really dry pretty instantly because you haven't had water or food since like 5 in the morning. And you don't have
Start
it.
hallucinating.
You start, like literally, I was like, dude, I got a fucking nap. Like, I'm done with this shit. Like, but it's done, and like, we're gonna keep the ball rolling. Uh, I'm excited. The future of Media Bytes looking very promising. You know,
Yeah,
we got
I'm
some, we got
excited
some,
about
we
it.
got some great editorials up there. Be sure to check it out. Link will be in the description. But let's get to the show, guys. Fucking hell. All right, so Ezra Miller and what's his name, Ray Fisher are
Wow.
out of the DC. I'm sorry. Look, man, it's been a very long day.
I got
So
you.
with the whole Ezra Miller situation, we've been following this for a couple months now, and his contract was set to expire at the end of May. And apparently Ray Fisher also had the same contract as Ezra Miller, where they would play the role for a couple years, and their contracts would expire at the end of May of 2019. It's June 2019, so they're fucking out. They're out. Ezra's been out, but like the whole Ray thing was kind of a bit. The whole Ray Fisher thing was kind of like a kind of surprising, but also not. Because like I'm just kind of used to the fact that maybe he was always done ever since they decided to abandon this whole Justice League verse, even though like they announced his solo movie like 5 years ago, and then like this whole Ezra Miller Flash drama development hell that's been going on. It's a nightmare, and it sucks that they never got a chance to prove themselves outside of Justice League. Um, but hey, it is what it is. It seems maybe that the Flash will be recasted, and unfortunately, from what it seems, is that we won't be seeing, the cyborg character in the DC movies for a while, and which is unfortunate. But Josh, what are your takeaways on this?
I mean, like you said, we kind of already knew about the Flash because I mean, what his movie was supposed to come out either this year or last year, I
It's
believe.
come last March, I think.
Yeah. Like we were supposed to already have a Flash movie, and Cyborg should be filming around now. But ever since literally what happened with Justice League is why all of these films have been shelved or pushed back or straight up canceled. Like Cyborg's film has, and like it really sucks because I think out of the two, out of Ezra Miller and Ray Fisher, I really want to see more of Ray Fisher's Cyborg because his character essentially got butchered in
Mm-hmm.
Justice League.
100%.
Just, yeah, Zack Snyder was talking about how Cyborg was supposed to be the heart of Justice League and how like we would really kind of he would be like the star of the show almost, like with all the stuff that we're gonna put into the
Right.
character. And then after the if you want to call it the Justice League cut, came out in theaters. Zack started putting some stuff up on his social media accounts, showing like extra cyborg scenes, and then we also got some actual leaks that showed him like testing out his powers on a roof, which I actually think I know where that scene's supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I wanted to see more of that character, and Ray Fisher is so passionate about that character even to this day. And I find that like really kind of awesome that like even in the midst of all of this bull crap that he's dealing with, trying to figure out where his place is in these new DC movies.
All you see him doing is like he's like representing Borg life. Like that's all you see him do. Like he's very passionate about it. And we didn't get much like out of the current Justice League film. Like I didn't get anything out of him, but that's not his fault. That's literally somebody else's fault.
Yeah.
But I would have loved to have seen him shine, obviously. But the fact that he really didn't get a chance to, I mean, it kind of does suck. With the whole thing with Flash is that, look, he's probably getting recasted. We're gonna see a Flash movie eventually, but with Cyborg, there's nowhere, in terms of the future of the DC films, there's nowhere you could really put Cyborg. So the unfortunate part about this whole Cyborg situation is that maybe this means that they're gonna be shelving the character for a little while, at least on the big screen, because we know he's on Doom Patrol. And he's on Teen Titans, the animated show, whatever.
But Teen Titans Go, does anyone actually care about that show?
They made a movie, so there's gotta be some.
Yeah, but no one talks about it.
I mean,
no one talks about it.
I gotta assume there's some like fan page dedicated to Teen Titans. Teen Titans Go. There is.
It's probably run by a 12-year-old.
It's probably run by a 12-year-old. But hey, you know what? At least there's an audience for it. But it does suck that I was really like, one of the things I was really excited for about Justice League was Cyborg. Like I've been a fan of Cyborg since the original Teen Titans show, back in the day, back on Cartoon Network. The only good Teen Titans, in my opinion. But that's neither here nor there. I've been waiting for Cyborg to hit the big screen, and we got a very, very, very like brief cameo in BVS. And to just kind of see it get butchered in Justice League is kind of heartbreaking to watch. And then him being shelved, like the character being shelved, is it's not the greatest thing you want to hear. Like that's a bummer.
Yeah, because I mean, like the original plan for the Flash movie was for it to be a Flash and Cyborg team up film directed by Rick Famuyiwa. Yeah. Mind you, Ezra Miller, I know I was mentioning how Reeves Fisher is passionate about the character. Ezra Miller is just as passionate about the Flash.
Oh, for sure.
Character.
If not even more. But it's just because Ezra Miller's not on social media.
Yeah, like if you watch like any like interviews that he did during Justice League or during BBS or whatever or stuff like that, or just kind of interviews in general about like Harry Potter shit. Like he's always kind of like gushing about like
he's a fucking nerd. He's one of us.
He's literally a dork, just like us. Like, he likes to talk about the Speed Force, about like the Event Horizon and all this other like really cool Flash shit. And
he knows his stuff. He knows his shit.
Yeah, like I guarantee you went to his house, you'd probably find over 100 Flash comics. That dude is that passionate.
Ezra, if you're listening to this, you're welcome on the show. Ezra, if you listen to this.
Yeah, they both got shafted, and I think it sucks because there's so much untapped potential there. Because now that WB is kind of shifting their film plan, because the DCEU as we know it is dead. So like, so like anyone kind of
this is all just damage control.
Yeah, anybody holding out hope that they'll eventually kind of like get it together and kind of get this group back together, that's not happening. Affleck's gone, Ray Fisher and Ezra Miller are unfortunately gone.
Cavill is up in the air.
Yeah, we still have no idea about Henry Cavill. We have no idea what's going on.
Literally, the only two that are safe are, it was Wonder Woman. That's the only one that's safe. And then surprisingly, Aquaman, because this movie made $1 billion.
Aquaman, out of all
of them, literally everybody thought, no, Aquaman ain't gonna make $1 billion. Aquaman's not gonna be the saving grace of the DCU. Aquaman is the fucking king of the DCU, as far as I'm concerned.
It's funny because like that was like the one film that I wasn't like super excited about. I was just like, okay, Aquaman, cool. And then I saw the first trailer and I was just like, okay. And
fuck.
Now I'm just like, yo, Aquaman.
Here we go. You're like, he's number one. They're making a trench movie, for God's sake.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know about
that one. I've heard some things.
Oh my god! It's supposed to come out next year, and then Aquaman 2 is 2022, and then there's Birds of Prey. There's Matt Reeves as the Batman, which will that's actually a good segue. I guess we're done with this story. Will Robin appear in Matt Reeves as the Batman? Whatchamacallit, I don't know. I guess it was Forbes, I think, put out this article explaining the process of how Matt Reeves was putting together this Batman thing. And in the article, they state, this movie may include 4 to 6 villains. You're gonna get an Alfred. You're gonna get, obviously, Robert Pattinson as the Batman, which has been confirmed by Matt Reeves like 2 days ago, but that was confirmed like 3 weeks ago. But it may also be including Robin into the mix. So, Josh, I don't know your stance on Robin in terms of live action with Batman. How do you feel about Robin coming into play in the Batman?
I think it's a cool idea to kind of include Robin, but I wouldn't do it this soon. Mind you, this is our first introduction to a Batman, so I think you should kind of, I don't know, make him the center of attention. I don't think you should kind of cram it too much with it, like with characters. If you're gonna add a Robin in movie 2 or 3 or whatever, that's perfectly fine. But I think the first film should kind of focus on Batman. I don't think we should have another kind of
award.
Another huge side character like that. Right. But I do think that when they do, because I do think eventually they are going to introduce Robin. Have you seen the Umbrella Academy?
Yeah, but I don't really remember. It's been a while, but yeah.
The kid who plays number 5, I think it's Aiden Gallagher or something like that. I think he would be perfect for Robin, and he could literally kind of grow into the role, considering probably not going to get Batman 3 till I don't know,
2040.
Yeah, 2036 or something like that. So he'll be in his 20s by then.
At the rate of Matt Reeves cranking out these Batman movies, is going to be 2045 until Batman 2 at least.
I mean, I think it would be cool to include Robin, especially if you're going for a more detective noir type story. Kind of something along the lines of Batman Dark Victory or something like that. Right. Where Robin was essentially really at his best. I think it would be kind of cool to kind of put him in that kind of style, where he's not super campy and he's not wearing those super tight green boy
underwear.
Please let us not. I know Matt Reeves is not.
He's not going to put him in underwear.
That mean, it's really just awkward.
There'll probably be if Robin is in the movie, they'll probably at least have a nod to it. But
yeah, he's we're running around there with my
underwear.
Yellow underwear, man. They'll probably do something along the lines of what they've done, or what they did for the suit in the New 52. I forget what the suit actually looked like, but I do remember that it didn't have those
underwear.
The
graphic I got right here, I don't know what suit that is, but it's a pretty cool suit. It doesn't have the underwear. That's all that matters.
Literally, his pants are just green.
Yeah, I think this guy's wearing tactical boots a little bit. But...
Or they could go the all red look with black
a cape.
No. I'm talking about the all red look, his entire body,
right.
all red.
Yeah,
you could do something like along those lines, or maybe if you want to get crazy, you could do the fucking Red Robin costume, which I want to see.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you first said that. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love the Red Robin costume. But yeah, no, there are a lot of ways that you can do Robin in live action without making him super campy, and I don't think Matt Reeves would want to do him campy. He wouldn't want it to be campy.
Probably more lighthearted than what Robert Pattinson's Batman will be. It will just be someone to counteract with someone to bring more.
Perfect, a little perfect balance.
Not like a Michael Cera Robin, but
that would be a horrible choice.
Horrible choice, but
horrible.
He was Robin in the Lego Batman movie, but
Was he really?
Yeah, he was. That's why I brought up Michael Cera. Yeah, he was
okay,
Robin. Yeah. But my main concern, and I'm all for Robin in this movie. I don't want an 18-year-old Robin in this movie. If Robert Pattinson's gonna play a 30-year-old Batman, I would want roughly the same age Robin, or probably a few years younger Robin. You know what I mean? I don't want Batman to take up the realistically speaking, Batman taking a 16, 17-year-old kid into the dark streets of Gotham is a stupid idea in the first place. Robin is at his best when he was a little bit grown up. He was older. he was more wiser about everything. And I feel like if if Pattinson's gonna be 33, have Robin be maybe 27 or 25 at the youngest, maybe. No, I mean, but if I'm all, like I said, I'm all for it. Don't go young. I just don't like young. I just don't like. I never liked the idea of this veteran the vigilante, the Batman would take this kid into battle. It just never made sense.
The way that I've always seen it, the reason why he did that to Robin did that to Dick at such a young age, just so he wouldn't turn into Batman. Like, he didn't want him to be him, so he was just like, I don't know, maybe if I can help him kind of channel his anger for his parents, being killed or whatever, that I can turn him into something that I wish I was. And in a lot of ways, him bringing Robin into the fold so early is the reason why Nightwing is kind of the way he is. He's not super freaking damaged and shit like that. Like him actually being a crime fighter at a young age was beneficial. Not like Bruce, who literally had to go years with living with this stuff without being able to do anything about it until he got older. So like all of that stuff kind of festered, which is why he's such a dark, grim curmudgeon in the Batcave.
Right.
But I do like the idea of an older Robin. Although I like I said, I like the idea of an older Robin, but I also like the idea of seeing a younger Robin kind of grow and kind of slowly become his own person and come out of the shadow of Batman.
Yeah, I mean, like
that'd be really cool.
I feel like you could do that with a 25-year-old Robin, and then by the end of the trilogy, he would become Nightwing or something like that, or even by movie 2, even.
I was actually going to suggest that. I was going to say by movie 3, he leaves and becomes Nightwing, and then that could segue into a Nightwing film or something along those lines, or something kind of just to extend the Bat family or extend the Matt Reeves Bat trilogy that we're getting. There are a lot of ways you can go about this.
Yeah, getting someone at the right age. I think, like I said, I think 18 or below that is too young. I think 25 is the right age because, like I said, these actors can bulk up. You get more out of the actors if with the chemistry in terms of Pattinson and then whoever this. I mean, look, this is all rumor. We don't know if Robin's actually going to be in the movie, but we're just playing pretend, I guess. I'd rather see the chemistry between a 30-year-old and a 25-year-old than a 30-year-old and a 17-year-old boy. In terms of legitimate crime fighting duo. And as long as the movie is not going to be called The Batman and Robin, because that would just give me PTSD. But
oh man, see, now I want that to happen just so you could freak out.
Yeah, and
that movie may be horrible, but it's hilarious.
The Batman and Robin.
Love it.
They just. What if they're just secretly remaking Batman and Robin, but in this just totally different skin and trying to actually
dark,
super dark? Schwarzenegger comes back as no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. No, we're not doing this. I hate this movie with the passion. It's fucking garbage. I hate Batman and Robin. But even as a kid, I hated that movie, and that movie is made for kids. How does one hate that movie? When you're a kid, I don't know. That movie
I thought it was amazing. I still think it's amazing to this day, and I'm 24.
Looking back on it, if I were to watch it now, I'd be like, oh, it's so bad, it's good. Because Schwarzenegger just fucking joking the entire time. Poison Ivy's just joking the entire time. Bane is I don't know what the fuck he is in the movie. Just a walking, bumbling buffoon. Alfred is sick, and then George Clooney's the worst Bruce Wayne Batman, with the fucking credit card, all that shit.
Never leave the cape without it, bro.
Never leave the cape without. We just went off tangent. Batman. He never even changes the voice.
You know what? In honor of that, just that I'm going to watch Batman and Robin when we are done here.
Oh my god!
Because
you have a lot.
It's just so I know we're totally going off topic right now, but that's perfectly fine.
That's perfectly fine.
That movie is just campy goodness. It's so bad, it's good. I remember when a kid, when Poison Ivy falls into that that plant, and I was just in my mind, my 6-year-old mind, I was like, she's gonna say curses, and then she just goes curses, and she just gets, oh man, dude, oh my god, yeah, no, I'm watching Batman and Robin tonight.
I will say, The one thing I will give Batman and Robin is for tanking so hard that it gave us the Dark Knight trilogy. I will give Batman and Robin that.
True.
Had Batman and Robin been good or like at least like well received and but still the same quality, but like people like would have liked it for some stupid reason. Then we probably would have never have gotten that trilogy. But
I think Batman and Robin is also the same reason why we didn't get Superman Flyby by J.J. Abrams.
I think that played a factor into it. And then what was that Nick Cage Tim Burton Superman movie?
Superman Lives.
Superman Lives. Yeah. Did that have a factor to do with it? No, right?
Well, I don't really know. All I know is that Batman and Robin was like the catalyst for
it killed the genre.
Warner Brothers just like, so now what do we do? Like
they literally didn't do anything until the Dark Knight trilogy. I don't think, right? Oh no, they did Catwoman. They did Catwoman.
No, well, okay, well that doesn't really help. No, I think, but they did the Brandon Routh Superman film, Superman Returns.
Well, that was after Batman Begins, though.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. I believe Returns was 06 and Batman Begins was 05, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, let me see.
I think so, that because
okay, yeah, Superman Returns was 06.
06, and then Batman Begins had to be 05.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do remember it being 2005.
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
They really they just sat there for what was it like? Batman and Robin was what 96, 97?
97.
They sat there for like 8 years because of that movie. Fuck.
Yeah,
man.
I mean they had no choice because like people. I mean, have you watched like any interviews that they did from that movie? Where
I remember
Chris O'Donnell was the guy who plays Robin. Was just like, yeah, no, I felt like I was just filming like a commercial for toys the entire time.
Exactly, and then like
it's just so like bright and neon and just like weird as hell.
They're
like,
wearing ice skates at the end of the movie.
No,
like
that was
the beginning.
That was
the beginning. I don't remember this movie, man. I'm glad I don't remember where it is.
Yo, Mr. Freeze goes to like the Gotham Museum and steals a diamond, dude. I remember this shit like yesterday.
The only
I haven't seen
scene
the movie in years.
Like the only scene I remember, like what is it? It was like there's no beauty. The Bane shows up and Robin goes, "Just the Beast." I'm like, what the fuck?
Just the beginning of the movie alone is just like phenomenal. Where like they're in the Batcave, Robin just goes, "I want a car."
Chicks dig the
car. This is what Superman. They literally explain and confirm that Superman exists in this universe. Like what? So at the end of the movie, when
Superman could have just came in to help.
Yeah, when Freeze is literally trying to freeze the entire world, Superman is nowhere to be seen. None of the Justice League characters are. I found that really funny.
I gotta, you know what? I think I gotta rewatch this movie, to be honest.
Yes.
Not tonight though, but I'm going to rewatch this movie soon. I got a lot on my plate here, but
I'm gonna grab a couple. I'm gonna grab some potatoes, a couple of beers, and just hang out.
Just watch it.
Batman and Robin tonight, man.
Yeah, man. Oh, I forgot. There was also like this dumb silver suits at the end. I hated those suits. Like
like they're cold suits. Or whatever.
It was so dumb. And Clooney was a bad Batman. Yeah, it has to be said. He was a bad Batman. Like, I don't know if there's like the one guy that stuck through all four of those movies was the guy who plays Alfred, if I'm not mistaken. He's been around since Keaton, Kilmer, and Clooney. The guy who plays Alfred.
Had he? Was he really?
I think so. No, or no, I could be wrong. I don't know. I forget.
I honestly that's like I don't remember. I actually kind of hated that whole thing
with Alfred being sick.
Yeah. And they also had to include Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl, and I was just like, but it wasn't Barbara Gordon. It was just like Alfred's niece or some shit.
I don't even remember her fucking name. That's how bad it was.
No, her name was Barbara, but it was like
Barbara Pennyworth.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, no, like I remember people were like, I was like, oh, cool, Batgirl, and there's just like, nope, that's not Commissioner Gordon's daughter. That is Alfred's niece. That's just like, why the change? What?
I never thought I'd be looking up Batman and Robin on IMDb, but here we are.
At fucking 11 o'clock at night.
Barbara Wilson.
Amazing.
Barbara Wilson. / Batgirl.
Wait, gross.
Which? Yeah, she's playing Barbara Wilson, aka Batgirl. Yeah, this movie was a nightmare. Hang on, I'm gonna look up if this guy did. Yeah, he was Alfred in Batman '89, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Oh, I found a picture of those dookie ass silver suits.
And like in the nipples
The
too.
bat nipples.
The nipples were the worst part about the
But
suit.
you want to know something?
What?
Robin's suit is the only one that has nipples.
No,
Actually,
the
never
the Batman
mind.
one
Okay,
does
never
too.
mind. Okay, the Batman. Why did who was the costume designer for this?
You know what? This suit doesn't have enough nipples. Like I'm gonna put a fucking.
He needs a third nipple directly right under the bat symbol.
It was so dumb. I hated that movie. But you know,
I wonder what Chris O'Donnell's doing nowadays.
I think he's doing. He's like on TV now or something. I don't know.
Oh no! I just came across like a fan poster of like the Justice League movie done in like the style of the. That's so bad. Of the Batman and Robin poster.
Mm-hmm. Oh no!
That looks. I need to put this in chat. Hold on.
Yeah, send it. I gotta take a look.
That looks like cheeks. But yeah, let's go ahead.
Yeah, let's.
We went on like a 10-minute tangent.
We went on a 10. I'm pretty sure no one wanted to hear us talk about Batman and Robin, but fuck it, we just did. You know, Robin in the DCEU or in this Batman universe. Hopefully he's 25. That's all I'm hoping for. At least he's 25. But let's get into the next story. Is Dark Phoenix gonna be DOA? As you know, I didn't even know this movie was opening this week. I totally forgot. This movie's opening this week.
Did you want to do a review on it?
I'm not seeing it this weekend, so probably not.
Neither am I. So, all right, so never mind.
But you know, I feel like this should be brought up just because you know what sucks is that this is the end of the series of X-Men movies, and you know X-Men 1. I grew up on X-Men 1 and X-Men 2, like, and this is such a shame that this movie's just getting thrown in there. Like this is it. This is the finale. They're just tossing it in the trash. It's set to open as the worst opening in the franchise. You know, less than 50 million. The international numbers aren't looking that hot either. And you know, word on the street is that it's not the greatest movie. You know, the review embargo lifts at 1 a.m., which doesn't help at all.
When literally no one is around.
Yeah, you know,
except for my ass.
Except for my ass too, but I'm clocking in early tonight. I don't care. But you know, this movie DOA? Like, is it safe to say it's DOA, Dead on Arrival?
Financially, yes.
Yeah.
I think financially, whether or not the movie happens to be halfway decent or not, this movie is not. Like, I can honestly see making like Hellboy money. Like, I'm talking like the reboot Hellboy.
I think
money.
I think at the least it'll make like 300 million. Hellboy. No, here's the thing. Hellboy made 30-something million worldwide. This movie's gonna like annihilate those numbers. Like every.
Oh my bad. Okay. For some reason, I thought the Hellboy numbers were a little bit.
No, Hellboy. If you missed it, Hellboy made $30 million worldwide.
That's bad.
It's
really
cheeks.
bad.
It's cheeks.
But like, I know that there are some people like Alex who have a little bit of hope for this movie, and part of me.
Look, I want this movie to be good. Like, I grew up on this franchise since the beginning, since I was a kid.
Yeah, no, same here. Like, I don't remember how many times I've seen the original X-Men trilogy, even though X-Men: The Last Stand is absolutely trash.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I still have love for that movie because those were like the first superhero movies that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Those movies were my first exposure to really Marvel, actually.
That and the original Spider-Man trilogy, really.
Yeah,
those are the movies I grew up on, and the original Batman. But that's
But like, and it sucks because especially when you, I don't know if you read an article where Matthew Vaughn was actually talking about his original idea post First Class.
Yeah, I saw that.
And his idea was great. Like he had a lot of really good ideas, but as soon as he mentioned Days of Future Past, literally Fox was just like, "Oh, all right, well, no, scrap everything you're doing right now, and we're gonna jump directly to Days of Future Past."
Mm-hmm.
And now, I mean, Days of Future Past was a great movie. Don't get me wrong, but like, I think if it was done in the style of First Class, it could have been done a lot better because it would have already taken place in the '80s, and they wouldn't have to go back and well, I don't fucking know, dude. Like, I just.
But what Matthew Vaughn was bringing to the table was pretty. If you guys haven't read it, I'd say check it out. It's pretty interesting stuff. But I believe Matthew Vaughn, like going into First Class, Matthew Vaughn was something this franchise needed. Bryan Singer, regardless of what he's done in the past, you cannot deny what he's done for the series, for the genre. X1, X2. Days of Future Past. And now to like this is a franchise that has been around since the year 2000. Like, it's been around since, people who started this franchise as kids are now adults. And to see it kind of just whimper out into, this like fart cloud, I guess, it's really sad. I will eventually check it out like on digital. I'm like the trailers don't look interesting. Like, I'm not seeing it because of like no like of like of like not like no propaganda or anything like that. I just don't feel compelled to see it. You know what I mean? Like the trailers haven't done anything for me. It just kind of just looks generic, and I don't know. It's just not doing anything for me.
I guarantee, mark my words, by this time next month, that movie is not going to be in theaters.
Yeah, that's true. Like it's going to be like it's going up against The Secret Life of Pets 2, and that movie's supposed to be number 1 at the box office. This movie is going to get trampled by that. And that really does suck. I really, I was really holding out hope for this movie, but when you start to hear some things, like within leading up to the movie, you just lose enthusiasm and hope, and like it just looks like cheeks, man. I don't know.
And the thing is like as bad as Dark Phoenix is gonna do, New Mutants is gonna do 10 times worse.
Oh, for sure.
Whenever Fox decides to release that movie,
they have a date. If they have a date, but we'll see.
They've had multiple dates before, and look where we're at. Still without a New Mutants.
This movie has been delayed a couple times too, if I'm not mistaken. Like this movie was supposed to come out last year, then earlier this year, and now here we are. But it was always going to be released, unlike some people were claiming where it wasn't going to be released. That's neither here nor there.
But
if you get what I mean.
I totally just picked up what you're trying to say. But
yeah,
I mean, like it sucks because like it's a pretty good cast. You got Sophie Turner, you got Ty Sheridan playing Cyclops, and you've got Alexandra Shipp,
Magneto, and Charles, who I believe are like literally. This movie could be total garbage, like X-Men Apocalypse, but literally the saving graces of these movies are Michael Fassbender as Magneto and James McAvoy as Professor X. Those two are the literal saving graces of these movies. Like, if this movie is dog shit, they're gonna be the ones giving it their A game.
Yeah, and I would probably say more Michael Fassbender than James McAvoy, because like Michael Fassbender, like like in every role he does, he just steals the show. At least for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like for both of them. But I know like everybody loves Magneto in these movies.
Yeah, like that one scene in First Class where he's in the bar and he's like going after the guy. Like, oh my god,
it's so good. The best scene in the entire series. I love that scene. It's such a shame. I mean, we'll get to it eventually. We'll
do like a spoiler.
We'll do a late spoiler review when it hits digital or something like that.
Because I guarantee like no one's rushing out to see that movie. Like no one's like, yo man, this is my most anticipated movie of the summer. Like no.
And it sucks because this is the end of the franchise. This really does suck.
You want to know what I think like really kind of like makes people not want to see it is because it just seems like it's just a rehash of Last Stand.
And like people look literally so turned off by it, and like they're spoiling all the deaths in the trailers. Like, I'm not gonna say who I think died. Well, we know who dies if you've seen the trailer.
I was like, yeah, no, we know Mystique dies.
We know Mystique's gone. We know she's gone. We know a couple of people are also gone. I've heard. I
swear to God, if they kill Cyclops one more fucking time,
no,
stop shafting this man. He's literally one of the most influential, most like popular like X-Men characters ever. Stop killing him.
Stop neutering him.
Yeah, or just stop giving him shitty like storylines to work with. Like they just make him like a whiny baby. And I hate it.
The other thing is though, like this was like apparently like way before the Disney Fox merger was a thing. This was gonna start a new trilogy of X-Men movies, apparently.
Really?
Apparently, and I remember reading that somewhere years ago before the Disney Fox merger became a thing.
I thought that was X-Men Apocalypse's job
to start the new trilogy. No. Well, there was still gonna be but I think there was still gonna be another movie after this, regardless. So I think there's a lot of factors playing into the fact that why no one's really looking forward to this movie. I think a very big one is the fact that in a couple of years we're gonna get brand new X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
And then another is that this movie just does not look that great. It doesn't look appealing.
Did you see that thing that someone put in the chat where it was like Sophie Turner on a green screen and she was just screaming? Dude, that was like one of the most cringeworthy things. I was laughing. I was just like,
that's movie making, man. If you've seen like the behind the scenes stuff of these movies, like it's hilarious, but it's movie magic at its best.
oh, for sure. But like, I was just like,
I don't know how you can't. I don't know how she can't be laughing instead of screaming, but it's fucking great. It's grade A shit.
That's nuts, man.
It's funny, but yeah, good luck, Dark Phoenix. Look, I still don't think this movie's gonna be a ginormous turd box like most people are saying. I just think it's gonna be a little disappointing, and the numbers don't help either. But
I mean, like the last, I think the last two trailers that we got made the movie actually look pretty good. Like it made me kind of excited for it, not excited, but just cautiously optimistic.
I've been optimistic, but like still reserved. Like they haven't really done anything for me. Like I was like, it looks fine.
Yeah.
But
I'm like, cause like I think on Friday I'm gonna go see Godzilla and Dark Phoenix just to knock them both out in one go. Like whatever.
So maybe next week, next episode, you could probably give us like your review.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's.
We'll see if you end up seeing Dark Phoenix.
Yeah. We'll play by ear, TBD.
Yeah, but good luck, Dark Phoenix. Oh, where do you think this movie's gonna open? Opening weekend domestically. Where do you think?
Opening weekend domestically?
Yeah. I think it's targeting for 49, if I'm not mistaken.
I was actually about to say like 45 million. I think that's a pretty good number. 45, 43 million. I think that around that number is where Dark Phoenix is gonna land for like opening weekend domestically. I would say worldwide.
It's not doing so hot internationally either. Apparently, like it's gonna tank in China.
I would say maybe I'll say 43 domestic, and I'll say worldwide maybe like 30.
Okay, that's reasonable. I'm going to go. Shit. I think I'll go just to play devil's advocate. I'll go 40 million opening weekend, domestically. And then worldwide, including domestic, I'll go 160. Oh, 160.
160 worldwide? Okay, yeah.
I think so. I don't think it. Like I said, it's not. It probably won't flop because it is a. Regardless, it's going to be a big movie internationally. Apocalypse didn't do so well here, but it did gangbusters internationally. So I guess we'll see. We'll see next week. We'll see.
Like you said, good luck, Dark Phoenix.
Good luck, Dark Phoenix.
Part of me is like kind of rooting for it because everyone's like saying, "Yeah, this movie's gonna suck," and what if it ends up being like, good?
No, here's the thing: like they're hiding this movie. The review embargo does not lift until 1 a.m. on a Wednesday. Yeah. Fox knows, like at least Fox thinks this is a bad movie. So then that's just worrisome. But if it turns out this movie's like great, you know what I just noticed too? Hans Zimmer's doing the score of this movie. What if it's all just it's just gonna be a waste? It's just gonna
be... Because Hans Zimmer's phenomenal, and they're gonna waste it. I wonder what made him like. Because he said, "Yeah, like no, I'm done doing comic book movies." And then
what made him come back to this?
Phoenix? Like, what did they pitch to him? He was just like, "Yeah, I want to be part of that."
I don't know.
So I don't know. But at least he's doing Wonder Woman 1984. So
oh yeah, I'm excited for that. But I guess we'll report back next week. I guess maybe on the numbers of Dark Phoenix, and if Josh saw it, I guess his mini review. We won't spend. We'll see. We'll see. If the numbers come out like it made like $20 million, we know Josh didn't see it. We know.
Yeah, nah.
We know.
I'm not contributing to that.
All right. So let's move on. Speaking of box office numbers, it's looking like Avengers Endgame may not beat Avatar after all. It's crossed 2.7 billion, but it is still $75 million short, and it is slowing down like incredibly. Like no one saw it slowing down this quickly. So now industry experts are saying that it's not going to catch Avatar. So I mean, do you still like with the $75 million gap? Do you see it crossing Avatar or like barely touching it? Or?
The only way I could see it kind of getting a lot closer would be if they put it back in theaters at the end of the summer.
Mm-hmm. Do you think they're going to keep it like that? Yeah. Do you think they're going to keep it in theaters for the rest of the summer? Like at all? Like, do you think this is a movie that's going to stay in theaters from April, like when it released? Do you still think it's going to be in theaters? Like no re-release, no nothing. Do you think it's still going to be in theaters?
No. I think they'll probably take it out here within the next like month or so.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see a scenario like maybe like around like the middle of September they kind of bring it back for like one last run. I don't know, maybe have like some sort of new incentive to go see it again, so they can kind of because Disney wants that. Disney wants that record. They want.
I think they do too.
And I honestly think that they're going to do anything that they can to get that. So if it means like, oh yeah, include the first 10 minutes of, or at least the first 5 minutes of Spider-Man: Far From Home, or something like that, which is something I've mentioned before. Like I think they would do it, especially yes, they want that. It's Disney, bro. Like they want anything and everything.
If they're this close, I don't see why they wouldn't. Like if they were probably a couple $100 million, I don't think they would have. But considering they're this close, I think they'll do it. And
it's funny how 75 million is considered close.
yeah. I mean, like it's all blown out of proportion. But to be fair, if Avengers Endgame still does not beat Avatar, this is still like a fucking monumental success on all fronts. Avengers Endgame beat Titanic, which is nobody thought was gonna be. Well, that record was gonna be beat for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is one of the most successful. Like we've never seen anything like this. A movie that made $1.2 billion opening weekend. A movie that made $350 million opening weekend domestically. What Endgame has done is fucking crazy. We'll never see it again. And the fact
how much money did Infinity War make
worldwide?
Yeah.
I believe
it crossed 2 billion too, right?
I'm gonna check. Barely, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pulling it up. And all time worldwide. All right, so Infinity War, where is it? Made 2.048.
Okay, yeah, so it literally just crossed by like a couple $1,000.
Just a couple by 48 million. It barely touched it. Yeah, but and then Avengers Endgame right now is at 2.715. It's still got
crazy how these movies just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It's nuts. And like Avengers Endgame being at number 2, if I were the head of Disney, I'd be fine with it. But they're gonna re-release this movie again.
Mm-hmm.
They probably will.
Of course.
But it's good. Do you think even if they re-release it, do you think by the end of the year, do you think Avengers Endgame will catch Avatar?
By the end of the year, yes.
Well,
actually, you know what? I don't know because I totally forgot about Star Wars and stuff like that. So I mean,
I don't think so. I still don't think it's gonna catch Avatar.
Like I said, the only way they do it is you have to create some sort of incentive for the people who have already seen the movie to go see it again.
But I think
that is the only way that they're gonna get that money. That's the only way they're gonna get that record.
The only way I could see this happening is like when that re-release, if it does happen. I could just totally see like a whole bunch of fan determination to like beat Avatar. Like I think that's just is what's gonna do it. Like when they do
Twitter stands, we're like, come on, man, we gotta assemble. Like,
Twitter stands is like literally everybody. Like they're just gonna purchase tickets and not even go, but they just purchase the tickets just so that they can boost the sales.
I guarantee someone's already done that.
Yeah, somebody's already done that. Like, but I don't know. I'm just gonna go devil's advocate and say that Avatar will still hold the top spot by the end of the year. I still think so. Yeah, but yeah, we'll report back at the end of the year if Endgame beats.
We'll see what happens. Yeah.
We'll see what happens, but who knows? By the end of the year, I might be eating my words, and Avengers Endgame will be the #1 film of all time.
I can see a scenario. It's funny. I can see a scenario where both things happen. So
it's crazy, like how when this movie opened, like it was guaranteed it was gonna beat Avatar, but now it's like slowly like no, maybe not.
It's like
I don't think so. But let's get into the next topic. So this was a rumor that came out about 2 weeks ago, but we didn't do a show last week, so we're gonna just bring it up now. Marvel is said to be exploring ways of introducing Deadpool into the MCU. So I don't know if this has been shot down. I have not been following the story for the past 2 weeks. I only know this.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I'm pretty sure like this got they are gonna keep Ryan Reynolds, but like they haven't like kind of started talking about like where to like implement it and stuff like that.
I know one of the options was maybe not so like what's the word? I'm blank on the fucking word. Not so possible. Not so possible. But the other two maybe. So out of the three options, option one would be a new solo film like a Deadpool 3, which I think which is the option they will choose. Option two, which is a little bit weird, a Disney Plus limited series, or option three, which some people may be shooting down on because of something we'll get into later. Would be for him to would be Deadpool's guest starring in Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man Far Homecoming 3 or whatever. Tom Holland Spider-Man 3. So I mean out of all these options, to be honest, Deadpool in a Disney Plus limited series just feels weird. And you know, him guest starring in Spider-Man 3, I could totally see that. But I think the best way for Deadpool to go on would just do Deadpool 3. Just continue what you got going.
Yeah, especially since he'll now have access to the Marvel Studios like roster. Like he could just like hop in and like I don't know, just like oh yeah, I'm gonna call up Captain America. Oh wait, no, he's kind of dead or some shit like that. Just have like they can have like so much fun with it by doing Deadpool 3. I wasn't a huge fan of Deadpool 2.
Yeah,
I wasn't. They just kept on doing that fucking dubstep joke, and I hate dubstep with a burning passion.
I didn't like the first half of Deadpool 2. I'm a big Deadpool fan. I did not like the first half of Deadpool 2, but I love the second half. Like once we got into the X-Force shit, like I bought it. I loved it.
See, like that's actually where the film kind of lost me. I was just because I don't really know or care about the X-Force. Like they're a cool team and all. Like I'm not saying they're like bad or anything like that, but like
no, it's just the way it was just the style in which they brought X-Force into it, and then like the way they just killed them off. Like that was just classic. And then how Juggernaut came in. That's another discussion. Deadpool 2 is a mixed bag overall.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, man. I don't really want to see him pop up in Spider-Man Far From Home. If you're gonna team Spider-Man up with any character, any other Marvel character, it needs to be fucking Daredevil. Ooh. But we already know what happened with Daredevil. Because,
it can't be Daredevil.
You know, well, I mean, technically it could be.
It could be, but it wouldn't be like it just wouldn't be the same.
Do you know how happy people would be if they saw Charlie Cox in like the Spider-Man 3 logo comes up or whatever?
Right, and you just see the DD.
No. Spider-Man 3 logo. I'm talking about like a trailer. Like Spider-Man 3 logo comes up, and you see like Peter like walking on the street, and he bumps into a guy. And he's like, "Oh God, I'm sorry," and then the camera pans. It's
Charlie Cox.
Freaking Matt Murdock. Oh, like yeah.
Oh my God, man! Why are you getting my hopes up for this shit? But
dude. I'm sorry. I think about this stuff, man.
I mean, I do too, but like I clap back into reality. I hate it.
Oops.
Yeah.
There goes gravity.
Yeah, there goes gravity. What about a Disney Plus limited series? You know that was...
I feel like that's like high key disrespectful to the character.
Because it'd have to I think Disney made it clear like Disney Plus is gonna be at the most PG-13. So and like I feel like if you wanted to do like a series with Deadpool. And if you're Disney, I would put him on Hulu. And I'd be fine with him going on Hulu. Like him having a show on Hulu with Ryan Reynolds in the role and everything. But I don't know. Like, I just think the best option for Deadpool to evolve, and if you want to keep Ryan Reynolds in the role and keep him happy, and he seems happy to be playing ball with Disney, I think like in terms of what's next for the character, I think you gotta go Deadpool 3 and acknowledge that you're in this new universe with all these Marvel characters inhabiting, these, the city and, what have you.
I think it'd be cool to, like, the beginning of Deadpool 3 is, like, literally him getting, like, sucked into a vortex and popping out of the MCU.
Like, literally, you could explain, really cool. you could literally, like, start this whole new universe, like, this Fox, brand new era of Fox films with Deadpool. Like, literally just getting sucked into a vortex, being like, oh, those previous X-Men movies? Yeah, those didn't happen. We're going to start this new one right here. Like, that's just the perfect character you could start it with.
Yeah, you can literally, like, and it doesn't even have to be done well. Mm-hmm. Just the fact that it happens, people will buy it. Because it fits with Deadpool as a character. It, like, it sometimes just shit doesn't make sense, and, like, it just works for him.
Mm-hmm. If you think, like, okay, I just started, like I said, I'm thinking about this stuff, and it's probably never going to happen. If they do Deadpool 3, the title of Deadpool 3, Deadpool kills the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I don't want to see that.
I'd be down for that because it's like it's based off Deadpool kills the Marvel universe from the comics.
Oh yeah, no, I know about. Like, I don't know. I feel like you can do something better than that.
Yeah, I feel like I just think a Deadpool 3 would be the next evolution for the for Ryan Reynolds in the role and everything. But that segues us. Well, now we got guest starring in Spider-Man 3, but that kind of got shot down a little bit by a rumor that it was not going to be Deadpool who wanted to who was going to be guest starring in Spider-Man 3. But the rumor is that Sony is rumored to want Tom Hardy's Venom in Spider-Man. So the Venom that we saw, Venom from Tom Hardy's interpretation of the character. Sony's rumored, this isn't confirmed. Sony's rumored to want Tom Hardy's Venom in Spider-Man 3. I'll just say this right up front. I don't know if you know this. I didn't hate Venom. I thought it was okay. But and it made a lot of money, so they were doing something right.
Almost made $1 billion.
Nobody would have saw that coming. Nobody saw that coming. And everybody thought this movie was gonna bomb and all that. And critically, it kind of did. No, none of the critics liked it. But clearly, people kept going back and over again. This movie made almost $1 billion. This is nuts.
That's fucking great. That's fucking good. Yeah, it made like 860 something million like worldwide, something like that.
I'm gonna look up the exact number, but
I was like, when I saw, oh god, TV. It's 11:30, bro. I'm tired.
Yeah.
When I saw that it made so much money, I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!"
$855 million.
That's nuts.
Nobody saw that coming. Nobody saw.
I mean,
like, not even Sony.
I've actually only seen not Deadpool. Damn it, we were talking about Deadpool. I've only seen Venom once.
Same here.
I haven't seen it again since I saw it in theaters.
Mm-hmm. Did you like Venom?
I mean, it was a movie.
I mean,
that's pretty much the best way that I can kind of describe it. I mean, like, it wasn't bad, it wasn't good, it was just kind of a movie.
I had fun with it, but it's not something I want to see again. Like,
I have no aspiration to watch Venom again.
Yeah, and like
if I didn't see Venom again, like, I'd be perfect.
I'd be fine. Yeah, I'd be like, that was good pastime, I guess. But would you be down for the Venom, like that interpretation of Venom into Spider-Man 3?
I would only say yes because it's Tom Hardy, and I think having Tom Hardy in the MCU would be cool. Just kind of, or just to see see Tom Holland's Spider-Man kind of face off against Venom would be cool.
Right.
But like, if he exists, and that means freaking Woody Harrelson's Carnage is also a thing in this universe, and I don't know how I feel about that one.
I don't know. Like, it just like.
They gotta fix that damn wig, bro. Oh my
god. Yeah, that wig was terrible. It was
wig
awful.
Was dog shit. Bro.
Wig was. I mean, in terms of what worked in Venom, I think you and I could both agree that the best part of Venom was Venom himself. I think. So at least they got that right. And I think if you were to put Tom Hardy's Venom in Spider-Man 3, with the right directors and with the right writers, which I'm sure it will probably be the same guy who did Homecoming and Far From Home. If you put Venom in his hands, he could probably do something pretty neat with it. I guess just I'm just throwing this out there. This is not an exclusive, whatever. I'm hearing that Far From Home is actually better than Homecoming. So take it for what it's worth. If the guy knocks it out of the park with Far From Home, I'm sure he can knock it out of the park with Venom into the MCU with Spider-Man 3. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be cool to kind of. I want to see an MCU Venom.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he would be a really cool character. The only character I'd be kind of like worried about Marvel tackling is Carnage, because Carnage is a dark character.
Carnage is
really dark.
Yeah,
he's literally a serial killer.
He's literally a serial killer, and but here's the thing: a lot of people thought this Venom movie was going to be rated R. It kind of pushed the boundaries of PG-13. Like, you had Venom biting people's heads off and everything.
Cutting away, by the way.
Cutting away. About me?
Like bitches.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my voice for a second. Like if I
No,
like,
no, 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 no. I said cutting away like whenever Venom would like bite somebody's head off, they'd be like, "Oh, we
yeah,
can't show it."
we can't show it.
Like,
But
fuck off.
yeah, but I feel like you can get away with a lot in a PG-13 movie. But uh, yeah, I'm pretty. I think I'd be okay with Tom Hardy's Venom in Spider-Man 3. But I wouldn't want it to be like the original Spider-Man 3 scenario where Sony literally forced the director to put Venom in their movie. If it's that type of scenario, I'm not cool with it.
It's like you know how we did that for the Sam Raimi ones? Yeah, no, we want Venom in this one too.
Like
So
history is repeating itself if that's the case.
because the thing is like Sony totally has the right to do that too.
That's the sad part. It's Sony. Marvel has. I don't think Marvel has a say in that. Do they?
They don't. No.
Sony
still owns the rights to Spider-Man and all of his characters. So if they wanted Venom in that movie, they would get Venom in that movie.
Kevin Feige's just probably like in his office, like, hey, fuck. That's probably
not again.
Not again. History, like literally, history repeats itself. But that will do it.
God, if there are any Sony executives listening, please don't do that.
Yeah,
if you want to have Venom, just like ask nicely.
Like, look, if you come up with a good way to have Venom in the story, then sure, go for it. But if you're literally forcing, hey, put Venom in this movie, I don't care how you do it, just put him in the movie. Don't fucking do it.
You're gonna give your fans PTSD. Don't do that shit.
Like literally, if you want Venom in a movie, just make Venom 2. The first one made so much money. You'll make more money.
I think they are making a Venom 2.
Well, focus on Venom 2. Don't.
They're like Venom versus Carnage or some shit.
It's probably gonna be with Carnage. Why else would you set that up? Like, I don't know. And then they're doing all these others like Silver Sable and Black Cat shit. I don't know, but that will do it for us on the ABNC show. Only gone for 2 weeks and we're fucking losing it already.
Yeah, pretty much
losing it. But that was a fun episode, I think. Yeah, fuck it. Josh, where can people find you?
Fuck you. We do it live.
We do it live.
You can find me on Instagram at DCEU News. You can also find me on Twitter at Really Sharp. I post a lot of like sad shit. Actually, no, not really. I don't really know. It varies from day to day.
It varies from day to day.
We're people. And then also, check out the Media Bite. We got some cool editorials, and some more exclusives should be dropped and all that fancy schmancy shit.
Yeah. And be sure to follow the Media Bite on social media as well for some, like news and all that. Breaking news could be happening any moment with the Media Bite. And you can find me on social media at Pakibruh, Pakibruh, on Instagram and Twitter. I have to do that every time. And I say, by the way, we always end the show on we're always talking about Doom Patrol at the end of each episode now, ever since I guess the beginning of the show. I saw the first episode of Doom Patrol.
Did you?
I did because it was free. It's great. It's fucking good. I loved it.
Yes,
it's good. I've been sleeping on this show for however many episodes there are. I've been sleeping on the show for however many episodes there are. Weeks of those. It was really good. Like, I could see why Crazy Jane is Bay now.
Yeah, yes sir.
Yes sir.
But you're late now because now Abby Arcane is Bay. Watch Swamp Thing. Right. Oh my god.
I'm so behind on these shows. What the fuck? Like, I'm hearing right when I jump on the Doom Patrol hype, Swamp Thing has to fucking start. Like, what is this?
Well, you took so damn long.
Look, I don't watch these shows on DC Universe. I don't own DC Universe.
Dude, bro, buy DC Universe.
I mean, I got no compelling reason to be honest.
It's $7.99 a month. You get hella comics too.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, I might suck into it. Once I might after Doom Patrol, I'll make a decision on what I if I want to get it or not, because Doom Patrol was fucking amazing so far, and from the sounds of things, Swamp Thing is fucking out of this world.
Ooh, dude, I know that they went over budget, but these 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Dude, I've watched the pilot 3 times.
If literally we talked about it weeks before that Swamp Thing it's cutting its episodes short a little bit. If Swamp Thing sticks the landing, I will be shocked. But considering how the word of mouth, even from you, saying how great the first episode of Swamp Thing was. I hope they stick the landing at this point. I hope they do.
Yeah, dude, like, dude, the production quality, like, it really feels like a movie. It's
It's like a horror type. It's like a horror type show.
Yeah, dude, I'm so pissed that I have to wait until Friday to watch the other episode.
Would you say this is
like,
the best one yet, or?
Oh yeah, for just based off this first episode, yes.
Oh.
Dude, there's a particular scene in the first episode that's like ripped straight from John Carpenter's The Thing, practical effects and everything, and damn. It's of course, I mean, like, it's practical effects mixed with CG, but it's mostly practical effects, and it's just,
I gotta give it a watch. And I just started Doom Patrol. I fucking hate DC Universe. Too many fucking shows.
So good.
I'll get to Swamp Thing. I will get to Swamp Thing. Just like I've been saying, I'll get to Doom Patrol. I got into Doom Patrol. I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. But that will do it for us. And until next time, peace.
Peace.